Hey guys, Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. There are 3 dog training business models that I really like, and I'm just gonna touch on them briefly, maybe get you thinking in the right direction. And then if you'd like to talk about this more, feel free to join me and my friends at the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. It's free to join, and you'll be amongst about 3,500 professional dog training business owners, swapping secrets, strategies, tactics, and tips. Also, if you haven't yet, if you're watching this maybe on Facebook, check out my YouTube channel, Katz on Marketing, K-A-T-Z, Katz on Marketing, where I've got over, I think, 200 to 250 videos on the art and science of running and growing your dog training business. To the issue at hand for today, let's get into it. So the first business model is probably one you're fairly familiar with. Maybe you weren't aware of how much you can actually make from this business model. It is the board and train business model. What I like about it is that it works really well, regardless of whether you're a one-person dog training business or you have a staff of 20 or 25. Basically, you can start off with just, let's say, 3 extra kennel crates in a spare bedroom, and now you have the ability to make $9,000 a month in revenue. And what I like about it is that you only need to sign 3 clients a month to make that $9,000, which is pretty good for not working all that much. Now, what's really cool is that this model is scalable. And so as you grow, you can grow in one of 2 ways. You can either establish a relationship with a local boarding kennel, and typically, depending on what you negotiate and depending on what area that you're in a lot of markets you can get for about $300 to $400 per month. They will basically rent you 1 kennel run. So if you hit that limit where you can only have so many dogs in your house, but you want to take on more business, you can rent kennel runs from the local boarding kennel and then swing by there 2 or 3 times a day to actually work the dogs, or having a second trainer that you bring on work those dogs. The second thing I like about this business model is because it's a lot of revenue, especially if you're getting started. So what that means is that you sign 3 dogs a month, you bring in $9,000. Ostensibly, that's gonna be more money than you need to live on. You can take that extra money and invest it in growing your business. Rather than using it to go buy a fancy truck or something, invest that money in your business. It's tax deductible that way. And then you're growing so that 6 months down the road, instead of making $9,000 a month, you're making $25,000 a month. The second business model I really like is the hybrid private lesson / group class model. So how this works, and this is the one that I used for my last of the 3 dog training businesses that I owned. The client signs up, and basically you're selling them the results. And by the way, this only works if your dog training approach is to teach the owners how to train the dog. That's actually the most efficient way to do it, and in my opinion, and you end up with the best results. So what you're doing here is you're giving them 3 private lessons, and you're teaching them the fundamentals of the learning phase. Now remember, there's 3 elements to training a dog. There's the learning phase or the teaching phase, there's the reinforcement phase, and then there's the proofing phase. What you're doing with the 3 initial lessons spaced out over a period of 3 weeks is you're teaching them the sit down, heel, come and stay, as well as boundary and perimeter training, not run out the front door, as well as the place command, as well as how to correct unwanted behavior. And you're teaching them how to do this, you're sending them home to practice it, and then following up on the practice each subsequent week. Now, once they've hit the end of the 3rd week, and for some dogs, for some owners, you may need to give them an extra session or 2, and that's fine, because at $1,000 to $1,500 per dog, you can afford to do that. Now, once they've completed the 3-week program, then you graduate them to your group classes. And the group classes typically meet once or maybe twice a week, and they can come to the group classes as frequently or as infrequently as they like for a period of up to 12 months. After 12 months, if they want to keep coming, you can sell them another program just to extend their access to the group classes. So it's a really great model because it leverages your time. And the other thing that I really like about it is that as they're coming to your group class, these are people who've all had a one-on-one relationship with you, with working with you. And what you're gonna find with this business model is that 8 out of 10 people go through the 3-week program, their problem is fixed, they love you, they're super happy with the results, and you never see them again. 8 out of 10. 1 out of 10 will come to between 1 to 3 group classes, in my experience, and then you'll never see them again. And again, we know that they've been happy because they continue referring us clients. 1 out of the 10, now remember we've got 8 plus 1 plus 1. 1 out of the 10 will become a super referrer. And these are the kind of people that they come because it's a social activity, it gives them something to do with their dog. And these people are gonna refer you to their friends and their families and their neighbors and their vet clinic, and that vet clinic is gonna start referring you clients too. Which leads me into the third business model, which is more of the group class / social club business model. How this works is that you're charging a monthly fee. It can be anywhere from $199 to $299 to $399, depending on what you're offering per month. And you're signing up people to come to a dog training experience, which is different than just come to my dog training class or my dog training session and solve your problem. This business model relies on the fact that there is a good percentage of people who are not so necessarily going to a dog trainer because they want to fix a problem. They're going to a dog trainer because they want an experience. They want something to do. They want a reason to get out of the house and do stuff with their dog. And you are the person that's going to give that to them for a fee, of course. And so what happens is you end up getting a group of people and coming to your events every week. And the events do not have to be elaborate. It's just getting out and doing something and also socializing. And this is the important part of the equation with the other members. So what kind of activities are we talking about? We're talking about taking the dogs in your group, again, everybody with the owner, it's not you being a dog walker, it's you with the owners and the dogs, taking a walk along the beach if you live near a beach. And you stop and you put all the dogs in a downstay, you put all the dogs in a sit stay. Take them to the farmer's market if it's through summer when it's a season with farmers markets. And you might have 40 or 50 people marching through the farmer's market all wearing your t-shirt. Brings a lot of attention, brings you a lot of new clients. Maybe you go to a wine bar or a brew pub and they have an outdoor cafe where people can sit around and have wine or beer or coffee and chat. And it becomes kind of a regular thing that people come to, once a month, once every 2 weeks, once every week, or whatever your program offers. The beauty of this business model, what I really like about it, is that you're fulfilling people's needs as well as the dog's needs, right? But you're getting them on a subscription, basically recurring billing. Every month, you're dinging their card and you're getting them kind of accustomed. You're training them to get used to seeing that charge on their card every month. And it's very much worth it to them. But the other thing you're gonna find is that a lot of times, people will keep paying whether or not they come. So maybe they go on vacation for a month or they have, life gets in the way, but they know in the back of their mind, they wanna continue being a member because they're gonna come back to it. It's a beautiful business model and it's really fun. I mean, with this model, what happens also is you can upsell them to one of the other two business models. For example, you can upsell them to a board and train or just straight boarding if you want to. You can upsell them to private lessons if they're having a real bad behavior problem. So it's a great business model, but the biggest benefit to this one is that you have them on recurring billing and you also have developed a social network both for yourself and for them. I read an article that said back in 1992 or referenced 1992 that said that in 1992, the average American male had 3 close friends. And today, the average American male has 0. Now, I don't know exactly what the numbers are for women, but I figure it's probably pretty similar. We're so involved with our jobs. We're so involved with having our face in front of social media. We're so busy. People are just aching for an excuse to get out of the house and socialize and meet new people. Think about yourself. When was the last time you made a new friend? Well, this business model serves that need. And it also gives them an excuse to get out of the house with their dog. I mean, it's one thing to try and go out and make friends with complete strangers who maybe you have nothing in common with. But what people have in common with this business model is that they're into their dog and ostensibly they're into training their dog. So they have that thing in common. It's really pretty fun. I'm seeing a lot of different dog trainers across the country start to either transition or add this business model to their existing business model. And again, that's another real beauty to this one business model, is that you can use it in conjunction with the other dog training business models. That was a mouthful. Hey, I'm Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. If you need to grow your dog training business, if you need somebody to run Google Ads, for example, check out DogTrainerToolbox.com or refer you to Brandon Venter. I'll give you his contact information. If you run Google Ads though, or if you run Facebook ads or any other type of promotion, billboards, truck wrap, referrals, whatever it is, all traffic, all people eventually end up on your website. The better your website converts, the more calls you're gonna get. The more calls you get, the more clients you're gonna sign. The more clients you sign, the more money you make. So check out our Done For You dog training business website at, once again, DogTrainerToolbox.com.